Thanksgiving Day, my sister had to work, and I was here and I was bawling because I couldn't talk to my mom. I couldn't go see her. Just devastated.
A daughter in distress over a nursing home closure. This is First Alert 4 at 10. I'm Corey Stark.
I'm Samantha Jones. It's been nearly 2 weeks since First Alert 4 was the first to tell you about Festus Manor, a local nursing home suddenly closing. Well, it turns out our reporting of that is how a Jefferson County woman learned that her mom was no longer living there.
So tonight, our investigation picks up from there with an update from our Morgan Harris.
Yeah, so Corey, Sam, imagine thinking that your loved one is being cared for in a facility only to find out that it's closing and your loved one has been moved miles away. That is what Athy tells me is happening to her after trusting that Festus Manor would take care of her 86-year-old mom.
He said, I need some information on your mom, Lois Hobby, if you could call me back. And I thought it was a scam.
Athy says she received a phone call last week that she didn't take seriously. But afterwards, she saw a First Alert 4 report saying her mom's nursing home, Festus Manor, was closing.
Tonight, we know the facility, Festus Manor, is no longer able to accept Medicare and Medicaid, forcing them to shut down.
That's when everything clicked.
They know they did wrong by moving my mom without my consent.
It was her mom's new nursing home, Hillside Rehab and Healthcare in North St. Louis, giving her a call. The only problem, Ivy never knew Festus Manor was closing.
Why did it have to be North St. Louis? There's plenty of places here in the area.
Ivy's 86-year-old mom with dementia is now more than 40 miles away at Hillside.
Thanksgiving Day, my sister had to work, and I was here and I was bawling because I couldn't talk to my mom. I couldn't go see her.
Now Athy is scrambling, trying to get her mother into a facility back in Jefferson County.
Festus Manor never did contact me at all through this whole thing.
She's just one of more than 100 residents now forced out of Festus Manor. First Alert 4 visited the facility in November.
We're coming to ask you guys a few questions. Our ownership group said no comment.
After getting kicked off the property, we learned the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services pulled funding from the one-star rated facility. The CMS notice states, quote, CMS has determined that Festus Manor failed to attain substantial compliance with certain Medicare and Medicaid participation requirements. A Festus Manor employee confirmed the closure in a phone call Tuesday, but hung up after I said I was a reporter.
It's been really busy taking calls from residents who are unsure of what the process is going through, same with family members.
Voice is an agency advocating for residents of long-term care facilities, helping residents get moved. Marjorie Moore is the executive director.
The resident and their family have the right, and that's by federal law, to choose where they are living.
Festus Manor's parent company is based out of Baltimore. According to Voice, out-of-state ownership for long-term care facilities isn't uncommon, but the agency noticed something out of the ordinary.
It's set up in order to use this as a real estate investment instead of a care home, which is what it really should be. And so it's a way that owners pull profits out of the facility and then lower staffing significantly because then they don't have the money to pay for staffing because they're putting money elsewhere.
Missouri is one of 20 states suing the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services over a nursing home staffing requirement, which would set new minimum staffing levels in nursing homes.
This many states going after this rule, they're saying that there isn't enough staff to satisfy this rule, but at the same time, we really need to be focusing on is the money that we're paying through Medicare and Medicaid going to pay for care? Or is it going to align owners' profits? And that's really the important thing.
The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services and the Missouri Department of Social Services advised Festus Manor that payment for covered services will extend for up to 30 days to ensure that residents are successfully relocated. If families need assistance, information for Voice and the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services will be available in your First Alert 4 app. Morgan Harris, First Alert 4.
All right, Morgan, thank you. Tonight,